This game Halo 3, Black Ops 1. What do these all have in common? Where is it? Hello? Oh no! What the? Ah! Ah! Oh, wait.
Due to your inherent lack of ability to say anything nice about a game,
True.
you're being forced to review a game that has its anniversary today.
What game has its anniversary today?
Black Ops 1, the 7th mainline Call of Duty game developed by Treyarch. Released on the 9th of November 2010, this game released a critical acclaim and is often hailed as one of the best, if not the best, Call of Duty game. This game is amazing. The campaign is the best of the series, the multiplayer is extremely fun and innovative, and the zombies launched the mode into the mainstream. This is the most complete Call of Duty game, and today I'll show you why. So follow me as we dive into this masterpiece of gaming, starting off with its campaign.
Wake up. Wake up.
Where am I? Where's Reznov?
Black Ops 1 holds the title of having the best campaign in the series. Sure, Modern Warfare 1 and 2, along with this game's sequel, Black Ops 2, can compete. However, this game has to take the cake. The plot here is more than just your standard military shooter story. The story follows the character of Mason, CIA and SOG operative throughout the 60s, starting with the Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961. The plot explores themes of espionage, brainwashing and mistrust as Mason is captured and tortured by the Russians under main bad guy, Dragovich, into killing President Kennedy using the repetition of numbers, until this operation is hijacked by fellow inmate and ex-Russian army officer Victor Reznov, with Mason being rewired to kill his enemies Dragovich, Kravchenko and Steiner. These three names are continuously repeated by Mason throughout the game, along with the repetition of the numbers, showing the heavy influence the brainwashing has had on him.
Do I have to wear the hat?
Throughout the game, Mason is interrogated by the CIA, later found out to be led by Jason Hudson, Mason's handler in Vietnam, as they try to find out the meaning of these numbers that have been pumped into Mason's head, as they hold a secret to a supposed imminent Russian attack. Throughout this interrogation, Mason experiences flashbacks which serve as the game's missions, taking him back to Cuba, Vietnam, and even the Pentagon. Through these missions, we discover more of the Russians' plan, discovering Nova 6, a chemical agent planned to be released all across the US, and the eventual discovery of the meaning of the numbers, which serve as a broadcast code to Russian sleeper agents all across the country. However, the biggest twist is that of Reznov, who Mason interacts with multiple times across the campaign, actually died in the Vorkuta prison escape in the second mission of the game, with all further meetings between Reznov and Mason simply being figments of Mason's imagination, showing a further side effect to the brainwashing. There are so many twists in this campaign in your first playthrough, it always has you on your toes, especially coming towards the climax in the end few missions. The characters here are some of the best and most iconic in the entire series. Not only do you have the aforementioned Mason and the Russian god that is Victor Reznov, we also have classic tough guy Frank Woods, Hudson, Bowman, Weaver, along with the main bad guys Dragovich, Kravchenko and Steiner. These characters each have their own unique personas and motivations, with all of these binding together to further the plot. Reznov, however, is definitely the most notable, coming from Treyarch's previous game, World at War. His motivation is driven deep into the game's narrative, and serves as the main drive for the entire story. His own story, that of betrayal by Dragovich and being forced to see his own men die, helps us sympathise with him and see the methods to his madness. Time to talk about the missions. There are too many good missions here for comfort, but we'll take a quick look at a few of them. Vorkuta. This is widely regarded as the best of the missions. This is our main encounter with Reznov, as he assists us in a large-scale prison escape. Throughout the mission, Reznov's voice booms the 8 steps of escape.
Unleash the horde! 5! You heard the winged beast! Will the fish survive?
With notable sections like the minigun rampage and motorbike escape.
I hate this.
WMD. This is a personal favourite, as it was a demo level that I always used to play at a friend's house. The main objective is to infiltrate a Soviet base high in the Ural Mountains. but also features a section which you guide your team in an SR-71 Blackbird. Rebirth. In this mission you first infiltrate Rebirth Island as Mason with Reznov in order to kill German scientist Steiner. Later you take control of Hudson and battle through clouds of Nova 6 gas in order to capture Steiner. All of these missions are very fun and integral to the plot of the campaign. Overall, for any fan of shooters, heck, good stories in general, Black Ops 1's campaign is a must play. Black Ops 1 is the most bipolar multiplayer in COD history. Multiplayer in Black Ops 1 is both fun and bullshit, both innovative and uncreative. First off, we'll start with the class system. It's okay. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty to customise here, with new additions such as face paint and custom reticles, along with more additions to things like equipment. This is cool. And the reoccurrence of pro perks, but it is also pretty basic and if anything, more boring than Modern Warfare 2's system. However, the guns here are amazing and sound so cool!
Target neutralized.
We have rare guns like the G11 and ASP, along with icons of the era like the AK-47 and M16. All these guns control and look extremely well, even 10 years on. Maps, maps, maps. These are something Black Ops does incredibly well. Of course, where else to start but Nuketown? This map has been recreated time and time and time again, and is still incredibly iconic and nostalgic to this day. Summit is also another map, with possibly the most iconic camping spot in the form of this cable car. Firing range, my personal favourite, featuring plenty of open space, but also areas for CQB fights. There's plenty more to list, Forest, Array and Via, but we must move on. In terms of modes, it's good and bad. Let's start off with the good, and by good I mean really good, wager matches. These things are amazing. Unfortunately these days it's hard to find a game, but I digress. There are 4 modes here. One in the chamber, sticks and stones, gun game and sharpshooter. One in the chamber, you get a pistol with 1 bullet and a knife. Every kill has another bullet and you have 3 lives. Sticks and stones, a team deathmatch only with a crossbow, ballistic knife and throwing knife. Gun game, everyone starts with the same gun and every kill changes gun. And sharpshooter, in which everyone gets the same gun that changes every 30 seconds. All of these modes are incredibly fun, but the meat and bones of wager matches is the gambling feature that's built in. This feature allows you to bet money on yourself to win, and if you don't finish in the top 3, you lose it all. Unfortunately, there aren't really any new modes besides this, unless you include combat training, but yeah, that doesn't count. Killstreaks here aren't as notable as Modern Warfare 2, but they're still pretty good. Of course there is the 3 best, Attack Dogs, Chopper Gunner, and the Blackbird. However, in comparison to its predecessor, these are a bit more chill. The RCXD is always a fun one to use, an exploding RC car. The SAM turret is as boring as it sounds. The Napalm Strike is one of the best bang for your buck killstreaks in COD history. And of course, the Rolling Thunder. Unlike Modern Warfare 2 however, killstreaks can't be attained through kills from other killstreaks, meaning they are harder to get, and there's also no nuke in this game. Overall, this is probably one of the most balanced multiplayers, but it doesn't really stand out, or get brought up in the argument for best multiplayers. It's also pretty dead in 2020, so yeah, hard to get footage. I've got to get out of here. Wait. Ah! If you were around in 2010, you played zombies. It was just a way of life. Although World at War introduced the mode, Black Ops was really the game that launched it into the mainstream. Zombies was the big thing, and the map that best represented it was of course Keener der Toten. This may not be the best or easiest zombies map, but it is the one that introduced most of us to the mode, me included. This map had the right mix of creepiness, simplicity and all around fun factor. Along for the ride we also have 5, much more difficult but still fun, and of course Dead Ops Arcade. Technically not a map, but still. We also saw the release of 4 DLC packs to coincide with these initial maps, with the 4 maps Call of the Dead, Shangri-La, Ascension and Moon, with the latter also including the original 4 zombie maps from World at War. Personally, the only one I ever really played was the Resurrection pack, which included Moon and the World at War maps for €15. That's €3 a map, which is a pretty good deal if you ask me. Now this of course does mean I like Moon, the map that continuously divides the zombies community. Nah, just kidding, the Reese is my favourite. In terms of innovations, Black Ops Zombies introduced a lot. New perks like PhD Flopper and Stamina Up, bosses like George and the Pentagon Thief, true full Easter eggs like the one on Moon to blow up the Earth, and much, much more. Solo was fun, but the best way to play was always multiplayer, either with friends or randomers. The most chaotic moments I've ever experienced have been the moments when someone has gone down in a game of zombies. The reactions are simply priceless. I think most of the zombies community ignore the zombies mode in this game due to it being too simple, but for me, that's what I prefer. From Black Ops 2 onwards, large numbers of tasks were introduced, along with complex Easter eggs, which is a bit too much for me personally. I'd rather just hop on and kill a couple of hordes of zombies, not try solve the fucking Da Vinci Code. For me, Black Ops 1 has to be the most complete and well-rounded Call of Duty game. The campaign is the best in the series, the multiplayer is simple yet fun, and the zombies is great for hours of late night fun. This game is very nostalgic to me. It's the first Call of Duty I really got into, and remains one of my favourite games, along with its sequel Black Ops 2. So I'm going to finish this off by simply saying, happy birthday Black Ops.
Yo, that's pretty wholesome. Wait. Where's he? Oh, shit.